So looking at the trapping drill that I use off of Pinan Sandan. So these first motions here, I like to start the introduction to the idea of trapping at this point. So first, really simply, right, she's got hands up, she goes to punch, and I move offline, right? The kata shows 90 degrees, I get off to the side. Now, if she wants to hit me, right? So the old 1-2, right? Boom, 1, 2. Okay, so if I move offline, then her next hit comes right past my hand. Is there a little bit of psychic stuff? No, not really. You're stacking it in your favor. Okay, and here's the first motion. So down, hit. If that hand comes up, I can raise this and hit low, or I can drop this down here. So we turn that around so we can see the hands a little better maybe. And so she hits here, 1, 2. Do that again. Here, I hit. If she traps here or puts a hand on that to stop that, I have two options. I can hit this down, right, and hit, or I can lift this up and hit. So again, 1, 2, okay? Raise and hit low, or lower and hit high. Now, if she doesn't put a hand on it, if that doesn't happen, then my next position I should be looking for as I hit this is I come here, okay? The idea, I'm hitting into this, but I want to find this position here. Right now I got all my hits that I want. Again, karate is a percussive art, so that's what I'm looking for. Ways to hit. And once more. Boom. Put a hand on it this time. It's just working the idea of this motion, managing where's the hands as they move through. Students should start being comfortable because of things like the shudos, right? As I work into here, if she puts a hand on that, I have these options that we've already worked off of shudos, or even these options here. So this idea of getting a hand up should be pretty comfortable. Another place that we can look at this is off of a grappling situation, okay? So if I get myself into this place, then I can move off the line the same way I would off of our Heian Shodan, move this with the intent to hit, okay? So same idea, grapple, move, hit. But where this starts to take that further, we've already done that. Where this starts to take that further is the idea of monitoring. So as I move off of this line, she might decide to hit first. This is when I need to work this trap in here. So it's just an awareness of what her options are and being able to react to the idea of that and change what you're doing, yield to what they're doing so that you can continue to maintain an advantage. Additionally, from here, or from the first one, but just following, as I come in to hit here or this hand comes and I work this, then you look at the next movement in the kata here, grab and start hitting, right? From there, I can take this arm through and work this technique here. So simple sequence of 1, 2, 3. Notice the feet are open in this. The kata is this way, but you're not going to do that for this particular drill. 1, 2, 3, here, right? Here. Now, again, we'll go from a grapple. I'll move here to hit. This comes through. This is when I take this down to hit. Hit. I have this. If I bring her down, I've got grabs here to hit, right? So grab if you got it, grab if you got it, hit. All within the same basic concept of what's happening in those motions. Then last, one of my favorite moves that comes off of this here is we'll start from a grappling position, and this time when I move through here, I'm not gonna wait for that hand, I'm gonna come straight to her neck, okay? Now, instead of in the kata, we go 1, these switch. This time it's gonna go 1, no hand switch, just come together, then switch. So, in, move through and grab, okay? Now you see where this hand comes in. At speed here. So those are just some drills and some ideas of the idea of the trapping range and a little bit of the grappling range off of the beginning of Pinan Sandan. First 3 or 4 moves.